I took my last drink 3 years ago, so that doesn't seem like that long ago, but man, it has been. Since then, we've had, man, I'm going to say it's probably well over 10,000 by now, messages that I've gotten through email, through the forums, through Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, from people claiming that they're joining in to try to kick their own alcohol problems. And I've seen a lot of people succeed, and I've seen a lot of people last 2-3 days and then just write back and say, hey man, this isn't for me. And I don't know what else to say to those people that I haven't already said. I mean, I've got quite a few videos here on YouTube. On the Cracked forums, I've got just page after page after page of advice from not just me, but from probably another 100 people who are going through this same thing. And it's all the same advice. It's be in the mindset to quit. It's making sure that you don't look at quitting as a negative thing, as in, oh my God, I have to quit drinking. This sucks that I have to do this thing. Instead, looking at it as you're improving your life by doing it. I mean, I'm now a successful comedy writer for Cracked. I've got 2 different companies offering me 2 different book deals right now. So I could not have done that if I were drinking. I just couldn't have. I'd have put it all off. I was pessimistic while I was drinking. I'd exchange my time for a buzz. You know, instead of doing other things that could have been productive, I was drinking instead. And so anyway, it's not. If you're going into it looking at it as a negative and looking back on drinking fondly, you are going to fail. There's no way around it. You're not gonna be able to beat the thing. I just haven't seen anybody do that. I also want to bring up that for the past 2 months, I've had to have the support of my wife. I'm married now. For those of you who follow me on Crack, you've seen the proposal article that I did a year or so ago, and we got married in just like a month ago in Minneapolis, Minnesota. But I've had to rely on her to help me out because over the last couple of months, 2 months in particular, it's been really, really hard. And I think it's the fact that I knew my 3-year anniversary was coming up, and that reminded me about the fact that I'm not drinking. Whereas, you know, normally it gets to the point to where you don't really think about it anymore. You just live your life and that's that. But certain things remind you that, oh, hey, you're no longer drinking, and it makes you want to drink. And that's where I've been for the past 2 months. I've come probably closer than I ever have to saying fuck it and just going up to the liquor store and buying a 12-pack. I think that was about a month, right about a month ago. I had really considered just getting in my car, going up to the liquor store and saying, you know what, I don't give a fuck. I'm an adult. I do what I want. And you know the whole process that goes with it if you've ever quit drinking. It was scary because even though I knew it would hurt a lot of people if I did that, I was as close as having the keys in my hand ready to walk out the door. So this is not I know I keep saying it, but it's not a finish line. It's not something that you claim victory over and then you move on through the rest of your life. This is a fight all fucking time to keep it at bay, and it takes a strong person to do it. I never knew I had that sort of strength in me until I did this. I really didn't, and I think everybody's got that. I'm not special by any means. I think everybody's got it. It's just a matter of committing to it, gritting your teeth, and fighting through it. And I've really had to fight the past couple months. They say that the 4-year mark is the real danger. Like between right now and my 4-year anniversary is the most dangerous, because this is where you really start thinking, I've really truly beat this, and it won't hurt for me to go ahead and go out and start, go to a party or go to a bar or whatever, or just even get a 6-pack and just drink at home, just 1 or 2. and that's where I really have to keep my eyes open, because that's what has been creeping into my head over the 2 months where I've had the problems, the struggles. And so not confronting that and not telling you about it is dishonest. And it would be, I think, dangerous for anybody who's quitting to not expect this to happen, because if you don't expect it to happen and it blindsides you, it will totally fuck you. And you'll be right back. You know, if I would have gone up to that to the liquor store, I would have blown away 3 years of grueling work that I'm really, really proud of. And I guarantee that if I get back into drinking again, I will lose my job. Those book opportunities will be gone. My marriage will be in a shithole. It's just, there's so many proven things that have gone wrong in my life that are directly 100% connected to drinking. It would be such a stupid, stupid thing for me to go back to it. And I have to keep reminding myself of that, because I'm in a really good place now, and I'm happier than I've ever been. And it's just not worth it to slip and go back to that for a 3 or 4 hour buzz. It's just it's hard for me to think about myself in that position that I was when I made the first video. And if you're new coming here, go to the very first video. Go to my little playlist thing on YouTube and go to my very first video. I'm drunk for the last time in that video, and it is fucking painful to watch. It's really, really awkward, and just it's wow. If you haven't seen it, just watch it. I go back to that occasionally to remind myself what I was going through at the time, and it's really, really hard for me to make it through that whole video, because it's one of those teeth clenching kind of, it's bad. But anyway, 3 years, 3 whole fucking years. I haven't taken a drop of alcohol at all. Haven't cheated, haven't sipped, haven't, and it would have been easy for me to do so. I mean, the people who are supporting me are online. What the fuck do they know? If I would go out and get a 6-pack, I can easily get past that. But I've got my wife supporting me. I got my best friend supporting me. My kids are supporting me. And it's, when I'm thinking of those people and not just myself, it makes it so much easier to get through. So I would suggest, if you've got those people in your life that truly care for you like that, and just about everybody does, try to think of them, because it's alcoholism is a very self-centered disease, and it's fucked up how much it takes over. But anyway, like I said, 3 years. I just want to let you guys know how I've been doing, and I hope to God you guys are still going strong. And if not, stop by that thread at Cracked.com. It's in general discussion on the forums, and it's called the PWOT Beer Off. Pretty easy to find, and we have not just me in there, but we have just dozens and dozens and dozens of people in there who are going through the same thing, and surprise, surprise, they all have the same advice. They've all been through the same exact things. And the people who come in there on their first day of trying to quit, or the people who are thinking they might want to quit, they all act the same exact way. This is not you are not unique in this. You have a lot of people who know what you're going through and can really, really help. And so I would suggest that even if you don't post in there, go through and read. It's very long. It's a couple hundred pages long. So I mean, I don't expect you to go through all that shit. But if you've got the time and patience and motivation to at least get educated on the subject, this is a very real way to do it, where you don't have to wade through propaganda, and you don't have to worry about people pawning off AA rules on you, or you don't have to worry about 12-step this and 12-step that. This is just real people talking about what they've really gone through, and it's practical advice. So I would really suggest you go in there and read around for a bit and take your time and really digest what's going on. I mean, the very first of that thread is me literally going through withdrawal while I'm posting it. 3 years, so you can suck it.